It's around the lunch table.
It's your boys, J and Z.
Let's get rowdy up in here. 2, 1. What's up, cheese sticks? How you doing? It's around the lunch table, episode 10. We've
Episode
made it
10.
to 10 episodes. Not a big one, but a small milestone in itself.
We hit double digits.
We did. That's 10.
That is
That's a
big.
tenner. Double dig. We
That is
have
big.
and shout out. We got a little over 800 downloads.
800 D-loads.
Making our way to 4
Is that a
D-lows. We're
is
making
that
our
a,
way
uh,
to 1,000. So let's fucking go, man.
800 D-loads. Also, by the way, the merch has been doing a lot better than we thought it would. So the people in Minnesota, Texas, New Jersey, West Virginia, like, take a picture with it on. Tag us on Instagram. We want the people to see the merch.
Yeah.
Shout out to my aunt. She bought some merch, and it didn't show
And
up
they
very well.
Printed it off ass backwards.
Yeah,
So if you run into that issue, just let us know. And
we will
take care of
we will
it.
get it taken care of.
Yeah, we're corporate. So.
Yeah, corporate's not gonna like this one, but we can take care of it. Yeah, so no, it's been good. Downloads are doing great. People are giving us love on Instagram. The merch, way better than what I thought it was gonna be. People are repping it. So
Yeah, way better, and it's been hell of a ride so far. So James, how we doing? How's the week?
Week was good, man. I was supposed to go. If you didn't listen to episode 2, Aiden's on Bumble. It's been taken down because horrible quality. But
Yeah, the
Aiden
quality sucked.
Aiden was supposed to take me fishing the last 8 weekends. And it hasn't happened. You know, he's a fly fisherman. I just feel like he takes it very seriously.
I just don't fly fish. Like I'll normal fish, but like
I mean, I get the whole motion, the you know, like the whole thing.
like I would just rather just cast off and kind of enjoy the.
I just don't know. Like, I feel like some fishermen know where like the fish are at and the fishing spots. I just don't know that because, like, all honesty,
Well,
I
there's
don't,
fish trackers and shit in the boats.
yeah. Well, we're not in a boat.
Oh.
We just got the high waters on and just
It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
It's over. Don't make me kill you.
Anakin, my allegiance
This is to the Republic, to democracy.
God, what a just
Episode 3 was great.
blood pumping scene.
That was one of those scenes where it was just like, this is the master versus the apprentice going
is.
at it.
I'm saying at the time when this movie came out in theaters, it was just legendary.
By the way, with Star Wars, like, how do you know you're on the light or the dark side? Is there like a meter you can get? Or it's just like, I'm instantly like, you've been practicing the light side for 18 years and it's like, oh, I'm dark now.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know
I
how
don't know
that
how
works.
that
I don't know.
works, but Anakin turned a little too easily because
Dude, he was like, he ratted Palpatine out
Yeah.
to Mace Windu, and then he's like, oh, wait, my girl might die. So-
obviously because it's for conflict. But I'm saying he rolled so quick,
oh, yeah, and he's like, what is your bidding, my master?
and he calls him master 10 seconds into.
Yeah, and it's like,
trying.
dude, there's got to be paperwork involved. Like, you're
bro,
not his
you-
boss yet. I mean, what about freaking...
quickest snitch in history, bro.
Yeah, dude, freaking quickest turnover, man. You can't switch from the Crips to the Bloods just like that. I mean, there's initiations involved. There's
I don't
a
understand
lot of
that.
logistical issues.
But in the same time, what I don't get is like later in the episode, like Yoda knows because he tells Obi-Wan, if you go into security recordings, only pain will you find. Like he already knows, but he doesn't
Yeah.
say anything. You don't think that's information that maybe Obi-Wan
But
would like to know? Hey, by the way, your
it's
Padawan was
mystical.
slicing up toddlers.
Yeah, that's also some brain damage there. You can't just kill kids and then just be like, all right, I'm cool. I'm going to go save my wife. Like,
Bro,
how
you
many
lit-
people did you kill for one life?
I know.
All of this to save one life, but you killed like 1,000? Like,
I know. He just was murking
the
kids.
needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. That is true.
That's a good one.
Anyways, back to fish. I was like, I'm not a fisherman. Definitely not a hunter. I've been hunting a million times, but it's always just ended up being like a nature walk with guns. We don't see shit. But the whole like, how do fish? How like they lay eggs, right?
Yes, they lay eggs.
Yes, they lay eggs. So do they have sex? Are there penises involved?
No. I'm saying some, it's like they just lay them and they're already, I think with salmon and shit, they lay them.
So the girl lays the eggs and he just
But I'm
jacks off
saying
on
in
them?
some, he basically faps on the eggs and they're good. I'm saying on some of them, like I've watched is like, okay, this is a very specific one because I've watched Planet Earth. This one type of fish will go to the surface, I forgot what they're called, and they'll blow bubbles. But like a
Girls
group of
love bubbles.
I don't think that's what he's saying. But
He's got a-
no, they do like a bubble nest, so then they can put the eggs there and they can float and stay in a safe space. But then what the female or the male does makes a bubble nest over, and then the female comes and inspects it. I don't know if it's in like OSHA regulation or whatever.
Yeah.
And then she
Don't want to get
lays her egg-
a safety
because
vibe.
in the video, he literally, then the girl like lays the eggs on the bottom, and then he goes over them and faps on them, and then they pick them up lightly and put them in the bubble nest, and they're fertilized.
But here's the thing. So his fin, I've caught fish and gutted fish. I've never seen a dick in my life. So obviously there's nothing to like touch and
It's
rub.
not the same, yeah. That's
So
not the same.
they can just like shoot it out whenever they want.
I guess it's like, hey, when you know, you know, it's
I wish,
time.
I wish we could do that instead
Blast
of
off,
sitting there for 30
Okay, I'm saying
minutes.
it's probably not on command. It's just like an instinct. It's like, okay, there's female here.
It's like, oh, here's eggs. But like, I would say like, can he spread it evenly across? Because they do like 100 eggs. Like, how does he make
Yeah.
sure every egg gets the fertilization?
I don't
And there's
know.
water. So I mean, what if you're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
have a lot of
just- it's a mystery,
stragglers?
man. It's instinct. I don't know. how
God,
they-
I'll never understand the world. But speaking about fish, you had this. So Finding Nemo is a great. I'll say it again. Great movie.
It's a classic.
It's a classic. But Z was talking to me about this. You can go into more detail. But there was that part. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
When
I'm
he
saying
was-
when they're in the tank.
Yes.
I'm saying, okay,
Which was half the movie. but
let's
yes.
all agree, Nemo at this point in this movie could be pegged at elementary age, like 12 or 13 in fish years.
Yeah, I don't know if there's dog
I
years,
don't
but
know
like, okay, if he was a human, he would be like
You'd be an elementary school
fifth
student.
to like seventh.
Yeah,
grade.
yeah. And so and let's just say all the fish that he gets kidnapped, thrown in the dentist's aquarium, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And they're all adults, obviously. And they just use this kid to climb up this tube and almost die. When also, this is the part that gets me.
Yes.
There was a shrimp there the entire time. He's small as fuck.
And he's smaller than he is.
And he's French.
oh yeah.
He's like French.
He's
or
like
some
croissant,
shit. He's
and
like
it's
a
like-
crackhead.
yeah.
He's like the aquarium crackhead.
Yeah.
I'm saying he could have crawled up there and threw a rock in there, but no, they used the little kid to do their dirty work. It's fucked up.
I want to know, like, remember that main fish that was like the leader of the gang? How did he get that
Gil,
scar?
Gil,
yeah,
Gil.
he got that scar. And
No,
it was
I
like,
like-
were you in Vietnam? Like, he's like back in the fish wars of 19.
Fortunate Son plays in the background. no,
no,
but I'm saying I like in the movie.
Fortunate Son. Dude, we gotta go on that. In every war movie, if you guys haven't heard
Creedence
Fortunate
Clearwater
Son, yeah.
Revival. Fortunate Son plays.
Dude, if there's
fucking-
ever a Vietnam movie, there's like sitting in the Jeep or sitting in a boat, it's like
Whenever there's a chopper and they're dangling their feet off, Fortunate Son's playing in the background every fucking time.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
it makes sense though, because now, but it's just
Somehow-
funny. It
dude,
somehow works.
Dude, I remember you and me were at the Rock. We were getting bucket buckets, and you and me went to piss. All here was
Yeah, and we were dying because and you were like, dude, that's every war movie ever.
And then we just kept posing. They were like M16s. Oh my god.
Because that's like I don't know, but like I can't even hear that song without laughing because I just think of how so many movies use that fucking.
the only thing I think
song.
of is Quagmire when he has the cigar in his mouth and he's on a boat with like the army helmet on and he's like.
Did you remember when in Family Guy when when they're flying the plane or whatever, and then Quagmire's with Joe, and he was like he wants a Mounds bar or something like that.
Oh
and
yeah,
they're
it's
flying.
like you want a Mounds bar?
No, but seriously though, actually that's a good point because I've
is a
never
good
met anyone who eats Mounds bars.
There's a lot of candy at like. You have your like top 5 most popular like Snickers, Reese's, Kit Kats.
Yeah, I love Reese's.
Yeah.
Junior Mints, I like Junior Mints too.
I like Paydays. I love Paydays.
I've actually never had a payday.
Really?
Never once.
If I'm ever on like a bus trip, sounds stupid, but if I'm like gonna be on the road for a while, my go-to breakfast in the morning, sugar-free Red Bull and a Payday, I'm good for fucking hours.
Interesting.
Because you get the protein from the peanuts.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, I just found out that it was caramel
Yeah, it's been
in the middle. I hate caramel.
What else did you think it was? It's
I hate
light
caramel.
brown.
It's not caramel. Like chocolates with caramel. And is it caramel or caramel?
I don't know because the spelling is Caramel. It's so technically it would be caramel.
But I'm not gonna
people
say that
caramel.
because then you sound like that guy that's like, oh, do you have any caramel?
I
Like,
know. Do you want to go eat some caramels?
Yeah, it's like now I just
Shut
sound
up,
like
pussy.
I'm too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's like a more proper term for it almost.
Anyways, back to Nemo. Okay, so he has to go on that little thing and put the pebble in the thing.
It almost gets blended in the process into a protein shake.
Yeah, and the. Oh, and then the initiation process, like yeah, the freaking Mount Wanahakalugi.
It's like a gang initiation. They start beating the shit out of him. He's just a boy.
He's just a boy. But
He is a boy.
Dude, they fucking tattoo some fake eyebrows on him or something.
He's got like face tats and shit.
Oh my god, that's
What was that
hilarious.
one fish? No, this fish was the crackhead. The yellow fish. Bubbles. Crackhead.
Dude, all he wanted was
Absolutely
bubbles. Do you think bubbles
crackhead.
are like fish's drugs or something?
No, because it's just bubbles of air. What the fuck? How?
That's oxygen. I don't know. Maybe he's
I don't know,
getting
but
a little-
I'm saying he was the crackhead of the tank, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Like the
Who's
chest
other ones?
opens. Like what the fuck? He's like the fucking Trix bunny, dude, or the Cocoa Puffs
Dude,
bird.
have you ever
Crackhead.
noticed in like those movies, like they always have a stoner one in there, like
Always.
the freaking turtle. 75 years,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
still young.
150 dudes, still young.
Just go to the EAC, bro.
I like when they're floating down and then Marlon wakes up or whatever they're on. He's like, and he flips over on his belly. He's like, "So what takes you here on this fine day to the EAC?"
Let Snoop Dogg do the voice of him.
Dude, it's so
Fuck.
funny, dude.
Do you think Marlon and Dory, like, you know,
It's the equivalent because obviously they're traveling
and he's
vast
and
land,
and he's
vast land.
divorced or not divorced,
But
but
his
like
wi- it's about that time.
his
you know,
wife
wife's
got
been
murked.
gone.
Yeah,
His wife did get just
yeah,
shredded.
just shredded.
You know, okay, it's fucked up, but I'm saying in the movie in the beginning when the wife, everyone's seen Finding Nemo,
Yeah.
like because the barracuda's coming in or whatever, and then she quickly darts down to the eggs because she like makes eye contact with them, and they like obviously
Don't make
zoom
eye
in.
contact.
So then like they know she's protecting the eggs, but like at that point, I'm saying she should have just swam away because listen, she went down there and then obviously cuts to black. He ate all the eggs anyways.
Yeah.
You might as well have just
And then he
count-
chomped like half the egg because the
Except-
kid is like
He
has
didn't
a
even
bad
chomp. I think
fin.
it was just like as it rolled down, whatever the fuck. But
interesting.
and then the kid had a gimp or whatever.
I mean, Marlon was definitely down to swap. That,
He was definitely
that's
down.
for sure. On another point,
You can't tell me because Dory had short-term memory loss. He's like, maybe I could slide in and she wouldn't
dude,
remember.
I mean, we only saw.
He's
you
like, she
know,
only remembers P. Sherman. She doesn't remember my PP.
P. Showman 42 Wallaby
Way,
Way, Sydney.
Sydney.
Yeah.
I remembered it again.
Yeah. She. I mean, we only saw a whole 2 hours of movie, but they were obviously traveling for a very long time. I mean, you get
Stopped at
feelings.
multiple Shell gas stations and
Yeah,
chevrons.
it's like, hey, we're in this car alone. We got to sit down for the night. We're not going to get 2 rooms. Oh, they only have a king size bed. What are we going to
I'm
do?
saying they definitely
Yeah.
had some coitus.
Yeah, I have. Here's a hot take for you, Z. So say like, okay, you and me are in our 40s, right? Okay, and I have a wife. You have a wife. I'm not saying like, fuck, obviously, but I'm saying like, say we're at like a club. Like I would be totally cool with like you, like grinding on my wife, vice versa. Like, I mean, how do you feel about that?
Because I'm saying at this point in our lives, even right now, we've known each other for what, like
Well,
15 years?
Yeah, it would have to be
I'm
good
saying-
friends. It'd have to be.
Yeah,
good
I'm
friends.
saying that's the only time
Yeah.
that would even remotely work. And if our women are mutually also really good friends.
Yeah.
But I'm saying because it's you, I would not have a problem with that.
Yeah, me either.
Listen, the thing is, also, if anyone out there's like, oh, how could you? No, shut up and listen to me. I'm not. Listen to me. Listen to me. I would feel very secure if I'm out and about and I'm not around my girl. I'm like, okay, she's with Jack. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm good.
It's a sense of security.
yeah.
Yeah,
And it's not like, oh, like they're into your significant other. No.
No, if they're attractive,
We're just-
like, hey,
we're talking down the road. It's like okay.
Yeah,
I would be okay with that. I would be.
Yeah, I would as
I would.
well.
I would be like, bet. Let's
yeah.
do it.
Yeah, like if it has to be friends for a while, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it's like because if each other's parties, say they're all attractive people,
Yeah.
they've all thought about.
Yeah, we're like sixes.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that. I'm saying like I'm saying thoughts, emerge. And
Yeah.
it's like everyone's just trying to have a good time.
Like if it's just dancing and shit. Like
I
I would be down with
I'm
that.
not saying everyone just goes and
Yeah,
fucks each
no, I'm not
other.
saying that.
No,
I'm
but I'm
saying,
saying
like-
like okay, if anyone, it's a sense of security. It's like if my girl's out there dancing, with Z,
But and it would only let me be clear with this. It would only be like you. That would be fine.
Yeah,
But I'm saying
that's what I'm saying.
It would be an honor.
Yeah,
it would be an
exactly.
honor to my entire family if you grinded on my wife.
Yeah, exactly. I would. It would have to be you. It'd have to be someone
It would
that I've
ha-
been friends
exactly,
with.
exactly, yeah.
It's not someone like, hey, I've known you for a month. Yeah, whatever. But it's like, dude, like 15 years, and we're talking about we're in our like 30s and 40s.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's like
yeah,
30
yeah.
years
like
of
a
fucking
best friend
friendship.
group of couples.
Yeah, a best friend group of couples.
Yeah.
It's like, what, hey, we're all dancing on each other, a little kiss here and there. We're having a good time.
I would be okay with that.
Yeah, I would also be.
I would.
I feel like,
Not to mention that I know.
yeah,
I know. I know many parents that is a thing.
because as
like personally, like we know.
as a kid, you don't realize it, and then looking back, it's like,
Yeah, exactly.
oh,
yeah.
like he was with Mrs. Whatever, and
and
they're
there's
grinding.
many first-hand eyewitness accounts of it.
eyewitness accounts of that.
But
yes.
the thing is, like, I'm like, okay, I get it. You know,
Yeah.
it's not too far over the line, but it's like, okay,
I feel like the
Okay.
whole swapping thing.
that's a little.
That's a whole nother.
That's
level.
a whole nother thing.
Because then, like, you know,
I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about
I'm talking
just
about making out and fucking
like just a grinding in the club, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, yeah, the whole swap. That's a whole nother deal.
I'm not mature enough to actually digest that entire thought. Because, you know, feelings get involved. And my biggest fear is like, what if my boy's better than me? Then it's like, and it's like, oh,
yeah,
I'm
true
like-
that.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yeah, and it's
man.
like, oh,
That's a
so
fact.
my boy just fucked my girl and she liked him better than me. Well, now
That's a
this is-
fact. Yeah. But
yeah.
I'm saying, if it's not that, if it's just kind of like because at the end of the night, you're still going home with the same person.
Yeah,
same-
exactly.
And if in this scenario you're still best friends, it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, like everything's fine.
That's fine. Like you remember, okay, I can't actually mention names, so never mind. But I'm not gonna name drop. So
Yeah.
never
No,
mind.
we don't want to name drop here. But I will say, like, you know, say you've been, you know, married for years and years. That, you know, chasing that like
people will say, "Oh,
butterfly-
spice it up."
Yeah, exactly. It's like imagine being able to get that out of the way and have that kind of fun, but with like people you know and trust.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's still like as in like if I don't know where my woman is, but she's with my boy.
Yeah,
And I
exactly.
know for a fact
Yeah.
my boy would never cross a line.
Exactly. Yes.
But I'm completely fine if they just have a little fun and they're grinding a little bit.
you know what's funny is like people we know are gonna listen to this and be like Z and Jack
I
are down
know.
to swap. It's like that's not what we're saying.
That's not what we're saying in any
I'm
way.
saying mutually consensual fucking, you know,
Like just jumping
hardcore
around.
friends, like hardcore,
Like
like,
I'm saying,
best
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
friends. Like
Yeah,
I would be okay.
I
with
would
that.
be completely fine with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm saying, if you're in a public setting, you're not around. That's a second string you got there.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, listen, I know that for a fact he's going to protect her either way, so
Exactly.
we're good.
Yeah. It's like when the first string quarterback goes down, or he's not there, he's missing, he didn't show up to the event.
Yeah,
who
he didn't watch
comes
film
in?
before game.
Yep. Second string comes in.
Yeah,
And you know damn well he's been prepared to take care of business, but not go too far.
and listen again. This isn't like, oh yeah, like dude, we should definitely like. I would be down to swap.
Yeah, we're
No,
not talking
we're
about
not
that. We're talking
that.
about a club situation. You know, everyone's dancing.
You know what I
having
think
a
it
fun-
is? I think it's confidence within the people you hang out with. It's
Yeah.
like you are first of all my number one confidant.
Yeah.
You are my best friend.
Yeah.
So like with all those things considered, and we've already been friends for like 15 years.
Yeah.
With all those things considered, it's completely within the bounds of logic.
Exactly. Within the bounds of logic.
Yes. Yeah.
This is wild.
Because obviously, if it was like, oh, we just made these friends and now we're gonna go do this, that's
No.
That's
and
not what I'm
again,
saying.
we're gonna make it very clear we're not talking about swapping.
Yeah, and this is the only.
We're not
scenario,
talking about swapping.
That's the only scenario in which it would
We're
work.
not talking about full on fucking. We're just talking about having a good time in the club, dancing, doing your thing. You know.
Yeah. Anyways, also side note, so like when actors in like Hollywood, right? So like apparently there's this thing like they wear cock socks or whatever to like.
I have heard of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like I guess my question is: it an actual sock, or is it like a? It's like a I've heard it's like
Did-
like
did-
nylons kind of. So
Did
kind
you
of
ever see that movie? It's with fuck. Who's that dude in Pineapple Express? Not Seth Rogen, the other guy.
what? Dave Franco?
Yes, Dave Franco. Dave Franco and his brother James Franco.
Yeah.
Okay, they made a
Oh wait,
movie.
the main one was James Franco and Seth Rogen.
Okay, so James Franco,
James Franco,
and his brother or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever see that movie where it was about the worst movie ever made? Did you ever see that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, remember when that weird actor dude with all the money was doing the sex scene?
Yeah.
He had the little cock sock on.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. What I would be worried about is I'm not an actor. I don't ever plan to be or will ever have the opportunity to be. But the thing is, it's like, okay, so like half of these actors and actresses are married. And they, of course, it's all part of the job.
Yeah, it's all part of the job, you know.
But imagine it's like a
Okay,
freaking
imagine
10
yeah.
out of 10
Yeah, imagine
actress.
this. Imagine this. You have a wife, and
Mm-hmm.
she's on a movie, and she's like has a kissing scene with Brad Pitt, and you're like, fuck.
I'd be honored.
You're like, fuck.
I'm just like, it's
listen,
Brad
listen.
fucking Pitt.
Like I'm not gay.
Yeah.
But Brad Pitt's a good looking dude.
If
man.
he hit on me, I wouldn't say no, but
like, I would say no, but if he was persistent,
I would just be honored in the fact that me.
I
out
know.
of all people.
I'd be
It's like there's a lot
I'd
of
be
people.
hey, out
here.
of everyone you've met,
Yeah,
I'm
me,
that. Like,
like,
okay.
okay.
You know what I mean?
How drunk are you?
Can we get another round, please?
Yeah. But no, it's like when they. Here's the thing: if I was an actor and I had to perform this scene of sex, which is very popular in the 21st century, a lot of sex in movies.
Obviously,
now.
like fake in a way, but you're still
But you have to act it. It's got to be real and passionate.
and you're still contact and everything. It's
like, how far do you think it's like? Are you supposed to like be like
no, but okay,
and grunt and shit?
yeah, but apparently, like this is a fact. Like in not, I'm saying I don't know about now, but I'm saying there are certain movies they actually did.
Fuck.
Yeah, that ass.
Dead ass.
Like it's a like in some like in certain
Really?
movies here and there, there's actually scenes where they actually
that's
were
the ultimate form
fucking.
of acting. And you can go back to your wife and be like, "Baby, it was part of the job. I was acting."
exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of actresses, okay, I'm doing this because I just randomly thought of this. So the most underrated and forgotten actor or actresses that were either just amazing or good looking is I just thought of this. Keira Knightley. How good was she in Pirates of the Caribbean?
She was good.
She
good.
was just exquisite.
By the way, if I was a pirate on that ship, I would have called out, "That's a girl" in 2 seconds. And she talks like this, and we just don't
and
even
they
know.
just didn't know.
Yeah, they're like
that she's obviously been exfoliating her skin for 30 years plus.
and they've
easy.
never seen her piss once.
I know, no facial hair, not even peach fuzz.
Yeah, and it's like, did you bring freaking Gillette 3s?
You want to know
here?
an interesting fact? Did you see all the Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yes.
Do you know that scene when she handcuffed Jack to the thing, and then, or at least in that movie, he was going to die. He didn't actually die, but and then she left him, and she kissed him before he left. She actually pitched that because she wanted a kissing scene with Johnny Depp.
That's
a fact.
That's a real girl right there.
And I'm saying what? Listen, and that's so fucking
That's
wild. I'm
so
saying that
awesome.
was not in the script. That is a fact. She actually like wanted a kissing scene with Johnny Depp, and so she kind of
Damn.
like she added that, like,
Damn.
and wanted that. She wanted a kissing scene with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that like the thing is, I have to make a point on the cocksock thing. Okay, if I was an actor, I would just be afraid because actresses are generally very attractive. Right?
Getting a boner, and then everyone's seeing.
Exactly. It's like I have to. So obviously, you're going to be making out with her.
Yeah.
And for some reason, titties are just cool to show on screen. So she's
But on the same token, dudes get boners for not even sexual reasons. You can wake
Exactly.
up. You can wake up and you got morning wood. Like, oh fuck.
yeah. It's like, oh, the house is a little curvy. Now I got a boner.
Not
Like,
even that.
I'm
I was just
kidding,
saying
I'm
naturally,
kidding,
but
But what I'm saying is like, I would think when you're a middle-aged woman, you obviously know that dudes get boners. So
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
feel like it
you
wouldn't
know
be
how it
weird, but
works.
like I feel like maybe some girls would be like, "Oh my god, like he's got a boner." Like
But I'm
it's like-
saying it's funny because I'm saying now that you mentioned that in a scene because I'm saying I would say the majority of people would unless you're a porn star and you're used to being in front of people and fucking. I'm saying you're not really comfortable being in front of all these people naked. But I'm saying you would think that if you were in a sex scene with an actress that was a fake sex, but you know what I'm saying, and you would think, well, there's a lot of people around, so I probably wouldn't get aroused.
I still
You
would.
fucking would.
Because well, if you're acting, you have to be like in the zone, like I'm actually doing.
Yeah,
this.
exactly. So I'm saying you would, and then I'm just like that would be kind of awkward.
And so then okay,
the cameraman's
so,
like, hey, nice boner.
yeah, so like when they're like, it's obviously a fake sex scene, but it's supposed to look real in life. So he's like, humping.
Yeah.
Like, what is he doing? Like, is he just like grinding on the top of her
I mean,
crotch, or
Yeah, basically, it's got to be. It's because, they're just faking it, but at the same time, it's got to look real.
the ultimate excuse though? It's like,
Yeah,
babe,
yeah,
it was
But
for the
that might-
movie.
that-
It was
that-
for the movie.
That must be hard, though. I'm saying if you're in a married relationship, I'm saying obviously in most cases, like, oh, that's their work, but at some point you're like,
Have you noticed that like a lot of porn stars get married to each other? I find that very strange. And it's like, hey, babe, just got
but
back
that's
from
kind
work.
of like human behavior, though. Everyone tends to hang out / be with some people of their own type /
I do not want to marry anyone involved with buses.
Okay, that's not the
Say
same.
that right now.
It's not the same. Not the same.
No,
Not the same.
it's like, hey,
Like
babe.
if my wife doesn't know what a StarCraft is, then I don't.
Yeah. Hey, I'm surprised you know what that is. Yeah, it's like, hey, babe, I'm leaving you for this bus driver. Her name is LaRonda, and God, she knows how
This
to turn
reminds
that
me.
wheel.
Side note: have you ever, like, spent the night at a friend's house and had a encounter with either a family member, the mom, whatever, and when it was at a point when you get boners all the time. You know,
Yeah.
you're full of testosterone, hormones raging that like anyone saw. Because I have
Yes,
one.
yes. Wait, you haven't or
I have a story.
I have a story, and it's super quick.
Okay, go.
I used to live at my uncle's house, and this is back when Jack was first
And
finding his
anyone
wa-
judging,
Yeah, get
don't
the fuck
act
out
like
of
you're
here.
not.
Get the fuck
Don't
out
act.
of here.
Don't act like.
And again, this is all. I
don't
don't
act like you're all some. You've probably all done some sick shit.
Yeah.
And that's not even sick shit. That's just natural. It's like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, you wake
No,
up with
no,
it.
yeah,
At
exactly.
that age, you just wake up with it,
No,
dude.
I'm saying this is what happened. Is
You wake up with a crowbar in your pants.
yeah. I don't even know if anyone saw or anything, but I just remember several times like I would. This is broke Jack. You know, I'm living on a couch out of a duffel bag. This couch is my sanctuary, and I go to sleep. Obviously, adults wake up way before I do, and it's like I'm just like this, just laid out there, and then like I wake up, and it's just like a full-on tent.
Yeah.
But then like
It's a
my
teepee.
aunt and my uncle have been walking around through the kitchen getting coffee the whole time, and I'm just like, did anyone see this? Like this is so awkward. Like,
yeah, but I'm saying at that age, they've already there to know that's how boys are.
well, that age is like 4 years ago for me. That's what I'm saying. It's like
Even then, I'm saying you wake up randomly.
even now I wake up like that, but it's just
yeah,
like
it happens.
I'm just saying like. And obviously nothing weird. But it's just like I've always thought like you wake up and it's like oh shit like put the covers back on like God.
I had a story like that.
Go.
And it was in high school, and I was spending the night at a friend's house, and who shall remain nameless.
Of course.
And I was sleeping on the couch. It's one, fuck, and it was one of those. Hold on 1 second. I dropped my thing.
You dropped the jewel.
Okay, and I dropped. Wait, no, that wasn't part of the story. And I was at a friend's house, and I was sleeping over. It was one of those times your friends don't give you a blanket, you know, just a piece of shit move.
Friends
Anyways,
back then
so
didn't
we're
know what
on,
was
we're in
going
the
on.
living room, blah blah blah. We fall asleep like that. I don't have any blankets on me. I'm just on my back. You know, like I'm I'm kind of coherent when I wake up. You know what I mean? I wake up and I know for a fact I got a chub. And it's not because anything. It's not because anything. It's just that's a natural cause when you're 17. Whatever. It's just like whatever. And I didn't think anything of it because I'm half asleep. And then, like, fall back asleep, kind of. And then his mom walks in, opens the door to the living room, sees it. We make eye contact. She sees it. And so it was really awkward. But at the same time, I know she understands because her son is a year
Yeah,
younger than
yeah.
me. She knows what's going
Yeah,
on. But
she's
that's
gotta
just
know.
hormones. That's just what it is.
I
And
don't know
she-
if it's hormones. Like I wake up with one every morning because
Yeah.
like I have to pee.
Yeah, that too. I'm
Yeah.
saying, side note, it's actually, scientifically, it is actually healthy to get consistent boners.
Well,
I read that.
I'm in the greatest shape of my life.
No, I read it in an article. It is actually, if you were to never get boners, like if you were to never get them, it would actually like be unhealthy for your dick, and your dick would start to like,
Not know
like-
how to get boners.
no, not that, but it would be like unhealthy because the blood would never flow to it.
Oh, gotcha.
Anyways, that's a side note. We're talking a lot about dicks in this, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
And then the mom walks in, we make eye contact.
And then what happened?
Like we just look over, she's like, it was like a laugh / smirk / okay.
Like she like digged it?
I don't know to this day. I'm
Yeah.
sure it was more of like a funny thing,
Yeah.
but she knew that I was kind of like, fuck.
Do you ever remember as like a kid, like, when your balls start dropping, it's like 13, 14, and you're like, obviously you're in the horniest stage of your life. And it's like, back then you're like, oh yeah, this 45-year-old woman is so into me. And then it's like, come on, no, they were never. Like
They were never. But
yeah.
you paint this in your mind.
Yeah.
right away.
You're like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna like wear this like tight shirt to like,
Yeah.
And it's
yeah.
like, you're literally 13, bro. They want nothing to do with you. But like at the time, you
At
just
the
don't
time,
know.
you're like thinking you're just fucking Denzel.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
just- you're just
yeah.
The
That's funny.
shit. Exactly. You're not the man on fire. You know. what I
yeah,
mean?
get out of here. Yeah.
Get him out.
Yeah. The when did you like when was the age when that started happening for you? When do you think?
Getting boners.
Or just, you hit that horny fucking crazy stage.
I don't know, like 12 or 13, probably.
Yeah.
I know some people are like, oh yeah, well, I was like 9. I'm like,
It's like, get out of here.
9?
9.
I mean, but I guess it could happen. It could happen when you're that young. But I'm saying it probably like 12 or
Yeah.
13.
Dude, I hate when it's like, I'd never get this because, like, when weed was like cool, because you were younger. And it's like, hey, when's the first time you smoked weed? I was like 16. They're like, oh, I was 6. And it's like, okay, well.
First time I had sex, I was like 6.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, relax. Okay, it's not a contest. And
Yeah.
first of all, that's fucking disturbing.
Yeah. Who?
You're a victim.
Yeah.
You're a victim. That's not a flex. You're a victim. No, I'm not kidding you. Have you ever met those dudes? And I'm telling you what, it's so fucking gross and obnoxious. Like, dudes will, like, certain, not all, but will relish in, like, yeah, like, I lost my virginity when I was, like, 13 or 12. I'm like, that's not a flex, dude. Like,
It's like, dude, I don't know how to freaking talk to girls.
or like guys will be like, yeah, I've banged, like, 9. My body count's, like, 90. I'm like,
dude,
that's not a flex, dude.
and
That's
it's so not true.
even
90?
But even if it is, I'm saying like, it's not something that anyone wants to hear.
You and me both know, we're not going to name drop, a guy who always said, I think this is hilarious because like when they talk about it, after they say it, they back it up with like, yeah, like this is embarrassing, but like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, no, you're
But-
trying to fucking flex it right
Yeah,
now.
they're trying to flex on it. I'm
And he was like,
dude,
yeah, dude, like my body count's like 65, but
I
like,
know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, but he's like, dude, like I regret it so much. I'm like, no, you don't. Why are you telling me then?
Yeah, like no one wants to know. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's not something that's a personal thing. Like, it's like you're really trying to flex that.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, oh, you know what's funny?
If you have no standards, it's easy to get 65.
You know what's funny is like I was at work. This was like a while back, but like this dude at my work who I'm not gonna name drop. I'm saying. And we were like poking joke. That's what we do, you know, poking
of
jokes
course.
at each other,
Poking
whatever.
fun.
And actually, I really don't personally prefer this dude, but he's all right. But like,
Yeah.
he's all right. And he was like, man, I forgot what it was, but he was making fun of like something, like I think I was like working on a truck or something like that, and like my hat got all fucked up. I looked fucking dumb. He's like, or like I don't even know. He was telling me like something about my looks. And this is not a good-looking dude, by the way.
Oh my god.
And I'm just trying not to roast this guy because he's
Z
like
is the king of roast.
he's like I don't know, he's his 40s, I don't know, but I'm saying he's old, obviously not much to look forward to in his life, whatever the fuck. But I'm saying he's
Yeah.
giving me shit. I'm like, okay,
He's already past that hump.
it's kind of fun. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. Okay, you have your fun. And he's giving me shit, and then have you ever? I did roast him crisply, I will say.
Good, good.
Okay, if you
In typical Z's
you know
fashion.
what Wallace and Gromit is, right?
Of course, the
We have this
claymation.
dude that looks like Wallace. Wallace and I swear to God. And so, and one of my friends was right there at work. I'm like, dude, and he was trying to make fun of me how I look or something. He was like giving me shit. I'm like, dude, I'm like, get your Wallace and Gromit ass the fuck out of here. I said to him, and then what? And then one of my, he was dying laughing or whatever. He was like, hey, well, my wife doesn't think so. I'm like, how is that a flex? Your wife doesn't think that you're
She's
ugly.
gotta tell you
How
you're
is that a
attractive,
flex?
yeah.
That's not a flex, dude. Like,
Yeah.
come on. Like, I know your life's miserable, but you don't gotta try to make mine miserable too.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, get a grip.
Yeah.
Seriously. Can we also talk about? Do you ever watch that show Nanny 911
No.
or like Super Nanny? Or like,
No.
and it's literally a show. You never seen it? Oh my gosh. It's literally okay. The premise of the show is it's all the same premise. Is that these parents have these kids that are so out of control that they can't do anything, so they call a nanny and this was
If
the
you're
co-
that bad at parenting,
No,
you
you're
should
already
just,
fucked. But I'm
yeah.
saying it was like this English bitch, and she was like in the car, and she's like, "You guys are in a mess. I'm on my way." Every time, and she would like watch a clip of the kids. But I'm saying, if a stranger comes in and like fixes your kids, like you just suck.
Yeah. Also, don't act like you're like calling the freaking a detective or like
I
the
know,
CIA.
like I'm saying, if your kids are
you have to like put a raincoat on and go to a payphone.
I know,
and
like this
fucking-
this bitch isn't Mary Poppins. Like she's not just gonna be able. She's not a magician. Like
Yeah.
I'm saying, she'll watch a clip of the kids, be like, "You guys
I
are in a
know
mess.
exactly
I'm on
what
my
to do.
way." Like,
How much
okay.
experience with kids you have
Like,
to have to like be able to
What are the
like,
qualifications to become nanny 911 or super nanny?
Super Nanny?
What are the qualifications?
discipline them?
I don't.
It's like, hey, if you don't do this, this happens.
Yeah,
Easy.
It's like, and that's what they do in the show. It's the whole thing, and the nanny literally comes in and puts all these rules up or whatever the fuck. I'm like, if the parents aren't doing this already, then the time you leave, it's already gonna
yeah,
unfold.
if the parents didn't make ground rules, then that's kind of on them.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if they were hoping the nanny would come in and take the kids.
Yeah, they're
or-
like, hey, so just get rid of these.
It's like,
'cause
hey,
we don't
like-
want
It's
them.
like, hey, are you like married? No, I'm single. Perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect. I have this
Perfect.
basket on my porch. Can you take it home with you?
Yeah.
It's a gift basket.
Is that still a thing where
There's
you
no
like leave kids
I feel like
on
it's more
a
of a
fire
movie.
station?
I feel feel like it's more of a movie thing. Like they put a kid in a basket, leave him at the fire station. I feel like this is more of a movie thing.
When did that become? You know how fucked up that is? Is like, so I had a one night stand, made my own bad decisions.
I mean, but if you're gonna leave it anywhere,
And
a
I'm just
fire
gonna-
station is the place to do it.
so firefighters have this. Who does it go to from the firefighters?
Adoption places probably.
God.
But they obviously put it there because they know it's like a fire station. It's a good place to put it. I mean, if there's anywhere to
Is
put
a
it,
fire station the most safest place in the world?
I mean, no, but you know they're gonna take it to somewhere safe. It's like, why don't you just do it yourself then?
Why didn't you just? Do you remember those movies where like the pelican had the little bandana with the kid in it and it deliver the kids?
Yeah,
What is that from?
it's a Disney movie for sure.
I know. I just don't know.
I
What
don't
it's
remember
from.
what movie you're talking.
I don't know
I'm
what
saying
it's
that's
from.
definitely. A thing.
I don't know, but every
Like,
time
I'm
I
gonna
think
hand
of,
over my newborn baby this fucking pelican.
yeah,
Let him
baby,
fly.
the bird's
I'm gonna
here.
let him 500 feet in the sky and fucking just let him take off.
If he opens his mouth, the kid's gonna slide off. But hopefully, he's not hungry or has to breathe.
It's definitely like a Pixar or Disney thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Just every time I think of babies, I think of that, and I don't know what that's from. Is it like
It's-
Robin Hood or something?
no, but I'm saying there's a lot of movie premises that have that. If it's like an orphan,
You know
kid
what?
to
That
start
is
off.
something we always think of, like this thing that we think of. We're like, oh, a lot of movies have that. It's probably just one, but we just like.
No, I'm saying it's a fact. There is actually like if the premise has something to do with like an orphan or something in a card, it had somehow it's someone leaving a basket somewhere.
Yeah.
Or like you remember the Prince of Egypt? The bitch puts the baby down the river.
Well, that was Moses, because God told her to, right?
Either way, I'm saying in the movie that's what she does.
I believe that was God testing her, like, hey, give away like your greatest
Okay,
thing or
I'm saying
something.
in
I
the
don't
movie
know.
though, she puts it down the fucking river.
Yeah, it's like a
Like-
basket weaved. It's like you're gonna put your kid in one. Which, by the way, how are humans the top of the food chain when we can't even survive like 6 years taking care of ourselves?
Well, it's the fucking mental.
the
part.
what?
It's
The,
the mental.
uh,
It's the mental part because we can think and.
Yeah,
devise
after
plans
we've
and
been
shit.
raised,
Well, yeah. Because I'm saying, yeah, it's actually crazy if you think
dude.
about it.
A cow comes out and it's already like
Or
trotting
cow, or,
around
like,
and
you'll
walking.
you'll see on like you'll watch Discovery Channel or whatever Planet Earth, like wildebeest will come out and then they're prancing and jumping around and shit. Like
And then
it's-
they're
it's
already
crazy.
killing other
Well,
things?
because they already the second they come out, they gotta get ready to run.
Shit, you gotta
The
get
ops
ready.
are rolling up.
Shit, you don't want to fuck with the ops. Yeah, it's I don't know. Like I don't. I guess as a Christian myself, then that kind of explains everything. But if you're not a Christian or don't believe in religion, then it's like, how the fuck? Even if the Big Bang happened, like, how do you?
Yeah.
Humans suck at birth. Like, we're the most
We're
intelligent.
helpless. Yeah, we're helpless.
Literally, if
When
you
considering every other animal, in
yeah,
Animal Kingdom
every
is
other
able
animal,
to-
if you set that baby down, it will just sit there and die.
and cry, yeah,
Yeah, and cry. Yeah,
like yeah,
yeah,
and cry,
and cry and cry and,
and
cry.
cry, and what song am I thinking of right now? And cry. Oh, it's that Justin Bieber song.
One less
And
lonely.
we cry, and we cry. So it's up to you.
By the way, we the people let "Girl, You Got That Yummy Yum." We let that
Hey, but
song
listen,
pass.
Okay, that song, but he has so many previous bangers.
Yeah.
that- it's like Drake at this point. Drake could come out with any song and it's gonna chart.
But yummy, and then everyone's like shocked that he's talking about
we
Hailey
also- okay.
Bieber's pussy.
But I'm
Like
saying
we
this-
all knew that.
What I don't like, okay, this is what I don't like, is the fact that all these people slander Justin Bieber for his past name. It's like anyone with hundreds of millions of dollars would do the same shit, if not
Yeah.
worse shit.
Do you remember when girls actually killed themselves because Justin Bieber smoked weed? That is a real thing. I'm
No, it's
serious.
not.
Girls.
What the fuck? I've never heard that.
Believers. We knew a few believers that were like super into it. You know who I'm talking about.
That's a little much.
But yeah, I believe like a couple girls committed
believe?
suicide.
You believe?
That's how we believe it.
Great song.
Yeah. What is that song?
Believe It by Party Next Door.
That's it.
I'm saying, but anyways, I'm saying I don't like. It must be shitty to be a celebrity because I'm saying they will just nitpick all your shitty. So it's like you're humans too. It's like if listen, these people
Are
have
people.
access to anything they want at any time.
I hate
anytime
how
they want.
everyone
and everyone
expects
wants to
them to be
judge them. It's like-
perfect.
I know it's so fucking annoying. Like,
It's some fucking 45-year-old dude fucking sitting on his beanbag, whacking his dick, eating Cheetos, wondering why his dick's orange. Like, dude, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, you
No,
know
like
what
I'm
the fuck-
saying, well, like people gave Justin Bieber so much shit because, like, dude, he was just trying to find, like, he was acting thug a little bit. But I'm saying,
And Selena, like,
everyone goes through those cringy ass times of their life.
okay,
Like, you know
imagine
what I mean?
going through that cringy ass time of your life and having millions of dollars at your disposal, and every single girl that you ever see wants to fuck you.
Exactly. Like,
Like,
dude,
what are you gonna do? And
like,
they're-
I wouldn't have been standing if I was JB.
Yeah,
I'd be dead.
And they were all like, "Oh, well, he claims to be a Christian, but then he fucked like all these models," and it's like, he's a dude at like 18,
And he has literally the world in his palm at like 16, bro.
It's like, come on.
Not to mention, the dude had a voice of an angel when he was young.
Dude,
Dude.
yeah. Dude, the Christmas album was good until that song with fucking Busta Rhymes.
I know.
Who the fuck puts Busta Rhymes?
Or like
on
Baby,
a
like
Chri-
who puts Luda like at that? I'm saying
Luda.
Luda's like a very big rapper out of Atlanta and shit.
When I was 13, I had my first
Listen,
love.
that was some Cat in the Hat rhymes by Ludacris, big time.
Don't need no Starbucks.
Like, I mean, obviously he made a bag.
He
off
was
that,
making like a run, like a rap
but
for
you
like
can't
12
tell me.
year olds.
Listen, you can't tell me when that song was made. Because obviously, when artists come into the studio, like their crew comes with them and shit.
Yeah.
You can't tell me all Ludacris's gangster friends came in. They're like,
Dude, this is a
like,
bop.
dude, that shit was hard, bro.
Dude, when I
it
was
was
13.
obviously because it was for the money.
You know that JoJo Siwa girl with the bow in her hair all the time that acts like a
Yeah.
little kid? Apparently she just came out as like gay. That was
I saw
interesting.
that.
Yeah. I don't this is what I think about that girl is that you act like a child for this long and then finally when you realize like, hey, like you know, she sees some dude in the club and she's like, I really want that dude. You're not gonna get that dude dressing like a little kid. So one of these days she's gonna not
One
do
of
that
these
anymore.
days, the chickens are gonna come to roost.
Yes, exactly. One of these days, she's not gonna. Well, actually, it's not a guy because she came out as.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Anyways.
anyways, I think that's gonna wrap up episode 10.
Yes.
Lots of talks of boners and things that we thought was very entertaining. I don't know.
Yes.
It kind of organically happened. We didn't really plan it. But,
yeah. Thank you for checking us out. Again, you can find us at aroundthelunchtable.com and you can find our merch. We just got the domain name atltstore.com.
and you're watching Disney Channel.
Yes, and you're watching the ATLT show.
If you go to Around the Lunch Table Instagram, you can find both our handles there at Jack Spence,
Jack_Spence.
and at Isaiah_Lesney. And again, we wanted to shout out everybody who bought the merch.
Yeah, that
merch
was-
sales are going up. They're heating up. You guys are getting scary. We're at 800 downloads. Humongous stuff.
I will say that I streamed on Twitch for 2 years and we've made more merch sales in a month than I made in 2 years. So we're doing something
Exactly,
right.
and I'm
Yeah,
saying-
it's actually this
And we
is-
started this from scratch, from the
Yeah,
ground
this
up.
is from the ground up. This actually has been pretty cool because this is from the ground up and we actually weren't going to launch merch for like a year into it. And then we're like, you know what, fuck it, it'd be cool. And people, like, we don't know these people. Like, these are in people
Yeah,
across
most
the
of
country.
them we don't even fucking know.
Yeah, and then it's just like, I just get a notification. It's like, oh, someone in New Jersey bought a hoodie. And it's like, what?
So yeah, thank you
Thank
everyone
you. We
who's bought
appreciate that.
anything, who
Yeah.
has helped us support this podcast.
We
and
appreciate
it's been great. It really has. And so this is episode 10, and we look forward to many more. And that's going to be it for episode 10.
Yep.
We will see you guys next week, and see ya.
Bye.
Let's get rowdy up in here.